a decade, 2 decades ago, we would
You will witness now the arrival of the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Guyana, the ninth Executive President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali arrives for our 59th Independence Flag Raising Ceremony. Accompanied by his beautiful wife, First Lady of Guyana, Mrs. Albion. And the first son, Dr. Whitney Closer. President, First Lady, and their sons, both of their sons, to participate with all of Guyana on this auspicious occasion tonight. His Excellency makes his way to this ladies and kings. He will be accorded the presidential salute. We'll ask that you remain standing for that salute.
affords us the opportunity to have our own military.
Yes.
Of course, have.
The parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Kevon Gray, has invited his Commander-in-Chief and President to review the Guard of Honor. There are 4 guards or platoons, 2 from the Guyana Defense Force and 2 from the Guyana Police Force.
Up and
Yeah.
started cheering.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, the president inspecting the guard of honor. He's going to make his way back over to the podium area. And of course, continuing with the presidential salute. And then we'll have the address by His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali.
I know hundreds of thousands of people are watching this online and on television right now. Guyanese living abroad, those who are here on vacation.
And Guyanese in the diaspora as well. Like you mentioned, Kristen, we're going to see several other flag raising events happening around the world. But let's pause a minute. So our soldiers can remain, and then they're going to be once that happens.
And now,
of course,
ladies and gentlemen,
President will
with
make an address this
to the
evening.
nation,
Kristen.
Yes, and
as we
he's
celebrate
about to head up on that
59
stage to do so.
years of
Yeah.
independence.
So we're going to hand you over to
Commander-in-Chief of the Armed
our
Forces
master or mistress of ceremonies this evening, Michelle Abraham Ali. She's the chairperson for this evening's program. But here is the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana for his address.
Thank you very much. Our dear Prime Minister, the Chancellor of the Judiciary, the Chief Justice, members of Cabinet, members of Parliament, members of the diplomatic community, our most honorable men and women in uniform, fellow Guyanese. Today, across every tongue, village, savannah, and riverbank of this blessed land, the flag of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana flies in proud defiance of history's injustices, foreign ambitions, and every force that ever dared to doubt our worth. On this, the 59th anniversary of our independence, we not only commemorate a special day, but also renew our fervent covenant, a covenant forged in struggle, sanctified by law, and sustained by the unbreakable will of our one people. Independence is not an idle claim. It is the full and final declaration that a people will govern themselves, chart their own course, and defend what is rightfully theirs. It is a drumbeat of sovereignty, the heartbeat of liberty. On the morning of May 26, 1966, Guyana stepped forward, no longer a colonial appendage, but a free and sovereign nation. And with that birth came the unequivocal proclamation, and I quote, "Guyana shall be a sovereign democratic state. The territory of Guyana shall comprise all the areas that immediately before the 26th of May, 1966, were comprised in the former colony of British Guyana," end of quote. That territory, my sisters and brothers, was not drawn by whim or fancy. It was defined by the Arbitral Award of 1899, a binding legal instrument recognized by international law and reaffirmed by the global community. To quote Dave Martins, it includes every mountain, every stream, every river, every blade of grass that belongs to we. They are ours, not as a gift, but as a right, not to be surrendered, not to be sold, not to be stolen. And so let it be heard across continents and oceans, in every hall of power and for peace, that the territory of Guyana is a settled fact of history and law. We are not aggressors, we are protectors. But let no one mistake our peacefulness for weakness. If our sovereignty is challenged, if our land is threatened, we shall rise as one nation, one people, one destiny. We shall rise not in fear, but in fierce loyalty to the land that gave us birth and which we love unconditionally. We shall defend this nation with every beat of our hearts, every muscle in our body, every fiber of our souls. We will never waver, never falter, never surrender. Guyana tomorrow is rising, rising with glory. Let this rise humble us, unify us, and strengthen us as each other keepers. Let this prosperity not present us as arrogant people, but people bonded together with a strong sense of responsibility of what is required of us in the family of humanity. We look backwards, not to be entrapped, but to fortify ourselves in what lies ahead of us. My fellow Guyanese, independence was never just a matter of geography or autonomy. It was a sacred promise, a pledge that the people of Guyana, regardless of race, religion, class, or creed, would together build a future rooted in dignity, equity, and equality of opportunity. We have walked the road for 59 years, sometimes with a sure footing, sometimes unsteadily, but never, never separately and never hesitantly. Now our path forward is clear. The road to prosperity lies before us. We need only hold each other's hands and march steadfastly to our common goal, a developed Guyana in whose bounty all must share. We are on the cusp of magnificent achievement. We are no longer a nation seeking development. We are a nation moving rapidly to accomplish it and ensuring no one is left behind. From the forests of the Rupununi to the coastline of Berbice, real progress is evident. We are building schools not just for today's children, but for tomorrow's thinkers, builders, and leaders. We are expanding healthcare no longer as a privilege for a few, but a right of all, delivered with fairness, not favor. We are reshaping infrastructure, not for permanence, but for purpose, not to impress, but to empower. This independence, not as aspiration, but as achievement, visible, tangible, and lived every day in the lives of our Guyanese people. My sisters and brothers, in East Berbice Quarantine, a region long rich in potential, transformation is now a reality. Here is just an example of what is happening. Roads are being widened, 4-lane roads are being built. Bridges are being built not just to connect places, but to connect people to possibilities and opportunities. Technical training and hospitality institutes are rising, not just to teach skills, but to open new frontiers of employment and enterprise. There is also a new canal to tame the flood waters, a new airport on the horizon to lift commerce, a second gas-to-shore energy on the way to power the next industrial wave. These are not just promises, these are your lived realities. And soon, a modern stadium and commercial center will add a new dimension to a growing and dynamic economy. No part of Guyana will be omitted or ignored. My fellow Guyanese, the oil beneath our seas may be the spark, but enjoy is the Guyanese people, all the Guyanese people. From Lethem to Linden, from Anna Regina to Bartica, our One Guyana vision means that every citizen will share fully and fairly in a nation's wealth, not by chance, but by deliberate policy, not tomorrow, but now. The coming years will be marked by even harder work as we continue building blocks of transformation. Our infrastructural transformation is beyond anyone's wildest imagination. We are transforming our infrastructure to connect Guyana with our neighbors, to promote trade, to increase the economic space in which we operate, to expand our markets, and to remove the constraints that exist within our country. We're investing in these infrastructure to improve connectivity between regions and communities across Guyana. We are upgrading community infrastructure to improve the quality of life and building household equity. These are the elements of infrastructure transformation that we are going to take forward. We are building an energy infrastructure and transforming our energy landscape to ensure energy security for our long term, to improve our competitiveness, and to build prosperity in every home and in the lives of every citizen. We are advancing our agenda for cleaner and more renewable sources of power. We are going to continue to work to reduce the cost of electricity so that Guyanese households and businesses can enjoy the fact that we are an energy-rich and secure country. We're going to leverage our energy surplus to create jobs, add value to our national richness, and creating higher value goods and services. These are the aspects of our energy transformation that we are going to continue to invest in so that we can position Guyana as the energy hub of the region. But energy must be equally followed by investment in climate change. And we are investing in the future to ensure climate considerations are a priority. Building our climate adaptation infrastructure for greater resilience, expanding our sea and river defenses system to protect our coastline, to protect our farmers, to protect our businesses, investing in drainage and irrigation to expand agriculture and open up new opportunities, new land, so that we can expand our production and productivity. We are building smartly. We are building smart infrastructure, climate resilient infrastructure. And of course, the financial transformation is critical for the modern Guyana that we are building. Greater financial inclusion and financial independence for all is a priority of the future, so that we can increase disposable income, so that we can support the vulnerable segments of our population, including our children, women, and the elderly. We have to transform our financial system so that we can create more business opportunity. We can deploy more capital at every level of our community, including government-backed investment, the creation of a national development fund, financial reforms, that would lead to capital market reforms, banking system reforms, innovative investment instruments, and making it easier for you to own your own vehicles. Financial reforms will also include tax reforms to put more back to the economy, to expand economic growth, to further reduce personal and corporate income tax, and of course, creating a payment system, a digital payment platform that will make doing business easier, simpler, and safer for every Guyanese. The future also requires economic transformation, which includes economic diversification, expanding the economic base of our country so that we can build our competitiveness, we can build our global competitiveness, not only in the energy, the oil and gas sector, but in every sector of our economy. Specific measures will target every single sector. We'll continue the support of our traditional sector, our rice farmers, sugar, gold, bauxite, diamond, quarrying. But in all of this, we want to see greater investment so that we can add more value to our natural asset. We're going to continue the investment to build out industrial parks, support manufacturing and energy-backed investment. We're going to create higher value goods and services, and support small and medium-sized enterprises as part of the economic transformation. But with economic transformation, over the last 4 years, we have once again positioned Guyana as the #1 country globally in producing our own food and expanding our own capacity to feed ourselves. But we want to also be the food capital of the region. But to do this, we also have to transform the food ecosystem and the agricultural sector. We're going to build resilient and sustainable food ecosystem, supporting our traditional sectors with reduced input costs, enhanced production, and greater profitability. We're going to invest heavily in agriculture diversification, climate-smart agriculture, self-sufficiency in new areas through mega production systems, and the creation of a regional food and marketing hub. Important to all of this is training, extension services, and this also will be a major plank of our investment. None of this can be possible without human transformation. Having a world-class education sector, world-class healthcare services, and housing that meet the requirement of every Guyanese family. Guyana in the future must be an exporter of educational and health services. We must be the preferred destination for regional and international students. We must invest in medical tourism, with Guyana as a preferred provider of world-class health care. We have to do all of this whilst making opportunity and creating opportunity for our diaspora to also participate. Important to all of this human transformation is high quality moral, religious, and civic education. We must build a country in which our people have values that are held in high esteem. And we are going to work with our religious community, our mosque, our churches, our temple, transfer resources directly to them to help in this endeavor as we build holistic citizens. To support this future, technological transformation, the creation of digital infrastructure to promote universal access of every aspect of ICT, universal IT literacy for Guyanese of all ages, digitization for more efficient government services, incubating digital innovation, creating an artificial intelligence ecosystem to leverage the benefit of AI across all sectors. These are the areas of the future that we will invest in heavily to ensure the prosperity and sustainability of our country and our people. But all of this must be on a bedrock in which we are secure and safe. So the national security transformation will see technology driving our security architecture. Satellite, radar, drone technology, AI-driven threat detection and intelligence analysis, rolling out safe city and safe country, digital solutions for traffic safety, camera-based speed limit and seatbelt detection, digitalized case management, cyber resilience, building human capital in our security sector is also key to this. And all of this will be done whilst empowering our men and women in uniform, giving them more benefits. Building our human capital is giving them a good standard of living and good access to training opportunities also. We'll be leveraging our regional partnership in support in fighting crime, especially transnational crime. Our partners in CARICOM, Southcom, South America, and all other partners will be part of our journey towards a safe and secure nation and region. We also will be investing in enhanced border security, greater presence on our border through technology and human assets, investment in maritime, aerial, and terrestrial assets, enabling confidence and trust in the security system. All of this must be done under circumstances and conditions through which our security architecture must be more service-oriented and community-led. That is what our policing must be, community-led and more service-oriented. But none of this will be possible if we do not have the institutional transformation of our country, reducing bureaucracy in accessing government services, a more vibrant, efficient, and reliable judiciary, improving transparency, raising productivity, improving our efficiency and competitiveness, and having governance and regulatory framework that secure our nation, secure our resources, secure our finances. Economic stability and maintaining the investment climate is key as we seek to sustain job creation. We must ensure that our policies of the future contain inflationary pressures and the risk of overheating. We'll continue to pursue monetary policy adjustments that are suitable for our country and our economy. We are going to ensure that Guyana is the most attractive destination for foreign and domestic investors. Climate resilience and sustainability is key to our security. That is why the LCDS must and will position Guyana as a global leader and pioneer in the global fight against climate change. Guyana will be positioned as a global leader in biodiversity. And what we want is Guyana to be recognized as a thought leader and the creation of a global center of excellence for research and education in climate and biodiversity issues. This is the Guyana we are building. This is the future we are reaching towards. My fellow Guyanese, in the face of external threat, we must not fracture, we must fortify. Let no difference in heritage divide us. Let no attempt at discord through political rhetoric distract us. Whether your ancestors arrived in the ships across the Atlantic, from Europe, dhows from India, or canoe down ancient rivers, each came with hope, each came with hardship, and all planted their dreams in this soil. And this soil is now ours, all of ours, to defend, to nurture, and to pass on. This is the meaning of One Guyana. Not the erasure of difference, but the elevation of all. Not sameness, but solidarity. In our diversity lies our genius. In our unity, our strength. So today, as we mark 59 years of independence, let us lift our eyes to the horizon. Let us join hands across regions and religions, across language and lineages, and let us move forward, not as 6 people, but as one people, not as divided tribes, but as one nation. Not in pursuit of separate ambitions, but in commitment to our one destiny. When we claimed our independence, we pledged to be not only sovereign, but also democratic. But history has taught us that democracy is not self-sustaining. It is fragile, and it demands constant vigilance. There were years when that promise was betrayed, when elections were manipulated, ballots were abused, and power was taken, not entrusted. But the people of Guyana reclaimed that democratic promise. Through struggle and sacrifice, we restored democracy. And with it, we rekindled hope. We proved that governments must answer to the governed, that elections must be free, fair, and frequent, and that every vote must count because every citizen counts. That is why democracy must never be taken for granted. It is the soil from which development takes root, the shield that protects our freedom, and the mirror that reflects both the legitimacy of our leaders and the conscience of our nation. In this election year, I call upon all Guyanese, wherever you live, whatever your history is, to stand firm in defense of our democracy. Let us reject the voices that divide, the lies that deceive, and any attempt to silence the will of the people. We must show through our words, our actions, and our votes that the democratic spirit of Guyana is not only alive, but strong, unshakable, and irreversible. Elections must not be of 2 or more sides. It must be about the Guyanese people peacefully making their choice. It must not be about hate, division, and indignity. It must be about performance, competition of ideas, and vision. It must be about track record, not empty rhetoric. These elections must be marked with love, unity, strength of character, dignity. And after the ballots are cast and the results are announced, it must be about one government, governing for one Guyana. It is about a parliamentary democracy, debating with purpose and representing their constituents. It is about healing, love, and moving forward in peace and fulfillment. It is about all of us doing what is right. Let us never again be swayed otherwise. And in keeping with the tenets of democracy and the construct of our Constitution, I had discussions with the chairwoman of GCOM, and having been assured of their readiness, I've decided to name the 1st of December 2025 as a date for national and regional elections. And in keeping with the provisions of the Constitution, I will soon issue the proclamation dissolving Parliament. My fellow Guyanese, as we mark 59 years of freedom, let us remember that independence is not an inheritance to be admired. It is a responsibility to be honored. And so, I close by affirming the 3 solemn sacred duties of every citizen of this republic. First, we must defend Guyana's territory. We must defend our territorial integrity, not as a task for some, but as a duty for all, upheld with unwavering resolve. Second, we must drive development that leaves no citizen behind, building a future in which every Guyanese has a stake and a share. Third, we must safeguard our democracy, vigilantly, proudly, and with enduring love for this nation we call our own. We are not merely the inheritors of a free Guyana. We are its builders, its guardians, its bearers of the torch of nationhood. Let us pledge on this sacred day that we will hand to our children not only sovereign land, but a strong, just, and flourishing nation. Let this be our gift to our children and our children's children, and may they prosper for generations to come. May Almighty God bless each of you. May God bless and protect our beloved republic. Happy 59th Independence Anniversary, Guyana. I stand here with love for all of you. I stand here with honor and respect for all of you. I stand here unshakable as your president. I stand here committed to you, that all of me belongs to all of you. And with every single ounce of energy that remain in me, I will serve you with honor. I will serve you with dignity. I will serve you with pride. I will serve you with trust. And with this government, with our men and women in uniform, with all those who serve, together, let us embrace love. Let us embrace unity. Guyana, the free, we love thee. God bless all of you, and I thank you.
That was an address to the nation on the occasion of Guyana's 59th.
Sorry. Let me make it very clear. Let me make this very clear, please. In keeping with the tenets of democracy and the construct of our Constitution, I had discussions with the chairwoman of GCOM, and having been assured of their readiness, I've decided to name the 1st of September 2025 as a date for national and regional elections. The 1st of September 2025 as the date for national and regional elections. Let me be clear, the 1st of September 2025 as the date for national and regional elections. And in keeping with the Constitution, soon I will issue the proclamation dissolving the Parliament. I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, with that inspirational address to the nation on the occasion of Guyana's 59th independence anniversary. Onward we go to September 1, 2025 as you continue to deliver for Guyana, lead Guyana, love Guyana, defend Guyana. And we are reminded tonight of the enduring spirit that unites all of us. We welcome the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Bara Jagdeo, who has joined our independence celebration here at Albion in Berbice. And we will continue with the program in just a moment with the military display, followed by a grand cultural display.
awaiting the commencement of the cultural aspect of the program here as we celebrate our 59th independence anniversary at the Albion Sports Complex ground. A little while ago we heard from President Ali, and of course by now I think the entire country would have heard the announcement by President Ali that we are going to be holding general and regional elections here in Guyana on September 1st, 2025. And that was a significant announcement earlier, an announcement that was met with lots of applause. I saw members of the diplomatic community as well as the Vice President and of course folks, the dignitaries sitting in the tent across the field, and they were definitely cheering and celebrating the announcement made by President Ali a little while ago that we are talking about elections here in Guyana. The mere fact that we are celebrating our independence anniversary, it is significant because that is what independence affords us. Independence allows us as a nation to be able to select our own government. We spoke a little while ago about those symbols in terms of our national, the flag, which is a golden arrowhead. You have the national symbols of our coat of arms, and all these other symbols which are very symbolic in terms of independence. And now a nation will continue with its democratic principles on the 1st of September, and giving every single Guyanese, irrespective of where you're from, right here in the East Berbice Quarantine region, all the other administrative regions, 10 administrative regions across Guyana, will be given an opportunity to go to the polls on the 1st of September as we will practice our democratic right, constitutional and democratic right to participate in the voting process. As we are getting some showers of blessings here at the Albion Sports Complex ground. Rain is certainly coming down. It started a little while ago. It went away, but it's back now. And it seems as though it's a passing shower. But in the meanwhile, the band is leading us here this evening with a bit of entertainment before we head into the cultural aspect of the program. And the band is being led by Superintendent Matthew Joseph and assisted by Assistant Superintendent Michelle Major. The drum majors are Corporal Delcia Plas of the Guyana Police Force and Lance Corporal Joel Abrams of the Guyana Defense Force. And once the band exits the ground, then we will have the commencement of the cultural program. Just to revisit a couple of things that President Ali spoke about in his address a little while ago. Of course, I mentioned the fact that general and regional elections will be held on September 1st, but also he spoke a lot about the plans for not just Region 6, but of course plans for the nation by extension. And he spoke a lot about looking to the future in terms of innovation and use of technology. He mentioned that the digital transformation, we will see investments in drone and radar technology. And of course, our drones have been bringing you some really captivating images this evening. So looking at in terms of the use of drone and radar technology, and of course digitalizing the or space management, all with the aim of creating safer country, and of course looking at how the use of technology can be used to secure our borders, and investing in our men and women in uniform, continuing with those investments being made in terms of our men and women in uniform and giving them the best opportunities for success, Kristen. But elections are going to be held on September 1st.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on we go with our program here on Albion in Region Region 6. Get ready now for a dazzling showcase of Guyana's rich cultural heritage, where the heartbeat of 6 proud races pulses through every rhythm and
certainly.
melody,
And so
the soundtrack
that
of a
in itself,
nation.
I spoke a lot of these. Well, for me, it really is important because we're celebrating independence, and that's what independence allows us to do. But right now, Kristen, we're preparing for the cultural presentation, and we are going to hand you over to the field. The young ladies are making their way onto the field. So, Kristen, we hand over to the stage.
Yes.
This year's Independence Day celebration being held here in the county of Berbice, Region 6 for the very first time. Tonight we gather to unite in celebrating Guyana's freedom, to determine our destiny, to honor the sacrifices of our forefathers, and to cherish the values that make our nation strong.
To all Guyanese, welcome to this year's 59th Independence Day celebration.
I dream of wonders to behold, a love this world has never known. When worlds collide and we need grace, we can make this place.
When hate and pain is all we see, let's build a bridge of unity. No segregation in this space. We can make this place.
A dream is more than just a dream. Success is closer than it seems. We can do this together. Our dreams are not bound by time or space. We can achieve if we have faith. We can do this together. A place mere mortals dare to chase, with hope and flame they will embrace. Wonderful splendor fills their gaze. We can make this place magnificent, this point of view, and no oasis fit for me and you. Possibilities to embrace. We can make this place. A dream is more than just a dream. Success is closer than it seems. We can do this together. A dream's not bound by time or space. We can achieve if we have faith. We can do this together.
I dream of wonders to behold, a love this world has never known. When worlds collide and we need grace, grace, grace.
A dream is more than just a dream. Success is closer than it seems. We can do this together. A dream's not bound by time or space. We can achieve I dream of wonders to behold. A love this world has never known. When worlds collide and we need grace, we can build this place.
We are a peaceful people, struggling we struggle. We don't look for trouble, just ask around. When the outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down.
Cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. The one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass.
We love the open country of the Rupanuni and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, it is a home we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no trees, we ain't giving up no rivers that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass.
Identical production.
Shout from the mountains, tell everybody, Essequibo as we on, straight to currency.
This land right here, so is we own.
We own.
Proud of this country, tell everybody we're not surrendering, we hold.
One land with 6 different people, and we own it with pride. Mountains and the savannas, animals running wild. Is we own, we own. This is we own, it's we own, it's we own, it's we
So
own.
when them want talk about taking over, 1/2 of the pie, no retreat, no surrender. For this here we gon' die.
Is we own, we own. This is we own, it's we own, it's we own, it's we own.
Guyana is we own. Shout from the mountains, tell everybody, Essequibo is we own. Straight to currency.
This land right here, so it's we own.
We own.
Town, village, country, tell everybody we not surrendering, we own. No apologies.
All the gold and diamond and the bauxite, the island, the waters, leave it. Birds in the sky, water far from high. Just got your eye, don't see it.
We own, we own. This is we own, it's we own, it's we own, it's we own.
Rooney, Mazzaroni, and Sector Rooney, I Judy, the open savannah, which we are Tita and we Jaguar, don't
Free is we own, we own.
own, it's we own, it's we own.
Forefathers, for generations born on this soil, bled and died to ensure our sovereignty.
And with this foundation that has molded our identity, it will survive and be our children's legacy. We own from the mountains. Tell everybody a secret voice we own. We're not surrendering, we own. Some village country, tell everybody this is we own. No apology.
And now, our youngest performer. From Region 6 and Region 4. We owe it to our children.
A better day, just you and me. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me.
Oh beautiful Guyana, ये हमारे देश है.
Oh beautiful Guyana, ये हमारे देश है.
सागर से मिलने
बहती है नदियाँ,
चांदनी रातों में तेरे किनारे है मेरा जहां. हमारी धरती है,
beautiful Guyana,
दिल की शान है.
beautiful Guyana,
हमारी धरती है,
beautiful Guyana,
दिल की शान है.
हमारी धरती है.
Oh I love Guyana,
दिल की शान है.
oh I love Guyana.
Guyana मेरी जान, oh I love Guyana.
Guyana मेरी जान. हमारे देश है. Oh beautiful Guyana, ये हमारे देश है.
सागर से मिलने बहती
हमारी देखती है ब्यूटीफुल गयाना दिल की शान है ब्यूटीफुल गयाना हमारी देखती है ब्यूटीफुल गयाना दिल की शान है हमारी देखती है oh I love Guyana दिल की शान है oh I love Guyana हमारी देखती है oh I love Guyana Guyana मेरी जान
This is our home. Guyana. This is our home. This is our home.
connecting lives as our hearts beat together as one, as our differences blend into a harmonious whole. Through unity, we find our true power. This is Guyana.
Guyana, this is DJ Kilo, and I'm a proud Guyanese. If you're a proud Guyanese, wave your Guyana flag in the air. Allow me to introduce 4 times from the monarch. Party sing!
Flags in the air if you love Guyana. Everybody. We are, yeah, one Guyana. Oh, we must love. Everybody, wave your flags in the air. Show them that you care. Somebody say one Guyana. Everybody, we are, oh, one Guyana. Oh, we must love. Quarantine, wave your flags in the air. Show them that you care. Somebody say one Guyana. One more time. We are, everybody sing the thing. One Guyana. Oh, we must love. Let me see you now. Show that we are one people. Show that we are one nation. Show that we are one destiny. Put it up, put it up. Hey. Show that we are one people. Show that we are one nation. Show that we are one destiny. Hold on.
Last year, Soca Monarch, and this year, Dance on Monarch. Berbice, welcome, Calvin Barnett.
Who bring the most vibes in a land that's so nice. And if you're ready for the good time, Berbice, let we go. Hey, who bring the good vibes in a land that's so nice. And if you're ready for the good time, independence, yes, we come to play. We come to play. Ah, it's independence time. The greatest festival. We come to play. We come to play hard. Dependence time. Hey, from your rich in Guyana, we on the road 59 years now. Culture and vibe. When it's festival time, let we go, let we go. 59 years now. Culture and vibe. Berbice, put your flags in the air. 1, 2. We come to play. We come to play hard. Hey, the greatest festival. We come to play. We come to play hard. It's hey. From your rich in Guyana, we on the road. Yo, Bacardi.
Back to back, shot me Monarch. Ladies and gentlemen, the reign is Soca Monarch. Give it up for Diana Chapman.
In the land of the golden sun, where the rivers run and the forests hum, hey, you can find me home, me home, me home. Straight from the savannah, hey, right down to the sea.
Wave your flag, wave your flag.
Every corner, only paradise you go see. You can know about sweetness when you meet. Everybody become family. You can feel the rhythm of the street. You can know about, you can know about. We can know by everything you need. From the rivers right down to the trees. It's a beauty that you cannot beat. Let me shout out, welcome to my home, home, my home.
Put your flags in the
Welcome to
air.
my home, home, my home. Welcome to my home, home, my home. Welcome to my home, home, my home. You know we're the greatest country. We the life of the party. My home, we cannot stop we. You know we're the greatest country. My home, we the life of the party. My home, we cannot stop we. My home.
Keep waving those flags. International recording artist and songwriter, Nikita.
I can't believe it. I travel over land and overseas. I never seen no one like you. Yeah. What I mean is, you stole my heart from the day I met you. Oh gosh, can't get over you.
Put your flags in the air.
When they ask me, can't we hear from you? Look so appealing. So much, so much, so much. That's when I say, from the land I could give you the healing. With sweet medicine, to believe it. Take a trip in the market. Anything you want, you could find it. Where? Don't worry about what's scared. Where? And it's all on about. Where? Don't mind the black water. Take a sip, take a dip after. We'll give you all the adventure. Where? You can find it right there.
Right there, and we got it.
Right there.
We got it. Right there, and we got it.
Right there.
We got it. Right there, and we got it.
Right there.
We got it. Right there.
You can find it right there.
International Guyanese chutney singer and dancer, Sonia Singh.
Ego.
Right so. Remy Calypso Monarch. Give it up for Ego. Flax in here.
Back in the days I used to sit down and plan. Hey, to pack up my traps and leave this land. I say by all my might and all my will, anywhere that I can, I couldn't find a way to get to my promised land. But as I grow older, I sit down and ponder. Look how Guyana glowing bright. What a wonder. Why live this land of hope? The struggle and barely cope, and we moving up from this slippery slope. Never, I could never trade Guyana. Wave your flag.
Come on, wave your flag, wave your flag.
Never, I could never trade my country. Why? We got nice, nice assets down here. Look at we booming economy. Never, I would never trade my Guyana. Oh my yeah. Breakway.
Red and Road Monarch. March Queen. Oh my
When I wake up
God.
in the morning, I feel it already. What's going on, Berbice? See, it's a sign, it's in the air when you feel it in your belly.
Put your
I wanna
flags
see
in
your
the
flags in the air. Look how it rains in my pores and I'm ready to go.
We ready, we ready.
See, when the power come down, we go. I say, tell them that the right time it is. So don't feel like you're going home, me back and big jealousy. I'm plenty people want. It's real girl and if I know that them head gone and it's real
Flags in the air.
tell everybody.
Let me go, let me go.
Show me what's on the way. Show me how and that's it. We mashing up every day. Getting over behind me. Show me what. Show me how. We mashing up. Everybody ready for the road.
Where?
We ready for the road.
Where?
We ready for the road.
Put your flags in the air. International recording artist and producer, Tony Cuts.
This is beautiful El Dorado. This country is my home. I never leave and go away.
Flags in the air.
My heart is always here. Guyana love we share. I never leave and go away.
Wave your
We
flag.
love you, my beautiful country. We love you. No place I wanna be.
Wave your
We
flag.
love you, Guyana forever. Hey.
If you're proud to be Guyanese,
Way up in-
flags in the air.
Oh, way up in-
Across the Atlantic, there's a beautiful country where the people are so nice, unified in harmony.
Let's live in the moment, taking the feeling. It's the reason we're free.
We are changing, this is our journey. We will never forget who we are.
Together we stand, together we build, because you know we are live forever because you know we are one.
This is Guyana, land of the brave and free.
We believe in Guyana, a place for you and
Put your flags in the
Taking
air.
the moment, taking the feeling. There's a reason we're free.
We are changing. This is our journey. We will never forget who we
Everybody
are.
start wave, wave.
We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow together. True love will find a home.
Can I see the flags in the air, Guyana?
Together.
Where let me go?
Stand together we build, cause you know we are one. Together we are stronger, Guyana live forever, because you know we are one.
This is Guyana, land of the brave and free. We believe in Guyana, a place
All my broad Guyanese, wave your flags, wave your flags. Wave, wave, wave.
Living the moment, taking the feeling. It's the reason we're free.
We are changing. This is our journey. We will never forget who we are.
We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow together.
Let me go.
True love will find a home.
I want to see the Guyanese jump.
Together.
Jump, jump, jump on the wave.
Onward, upward, as a nation we will grow. Our love for country, our acts and deeds will always show.
Together we will fight to keep Guyana free. 'Cause we are one people, one nation, one destiny. Let's live in the moment, taking the feeling.
Put your flags in the
It's
air.
the reason we're free.
We are changing. This is our journey. We will never forget who we are.
We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow.
Can I see you wave your flags?
Together, true love will find a home and place. Together, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow. Together, true love will find a home and place. Together,
This is Guyana.
And of the brave and free. We believe in Guyana.
a place for you and me.
And this is one Guyana.
Let's hear it for the entire One Guyana cast for that beautiful showcase of Guyana's diverse culture, produced by Director of National Events Andrew Tyndall and Alana Ramson as the creative director. Let's give all of our amazing creatives another round of applause, everybody. In a special way, we recognize the students from Region 6 Combined Schools Choir, from JC Chandasing Secondary, Port Moran Secondary, New Amsterdam Secondary, Tutorial Academy, and Rose Hall Estate Primary, and their teachers who prepared them. Technical coordinator for that beautiful cultural showcase, Joel Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our National Independence Flag Raising Ceremony here at Albion Ground in Region 6. Present tonight, the First Family, the Prime Minister, the Vice President, the Chancellor of the Judiciary, Speaker of the House, Ministers, Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, regional officials, heads and members of the Joint Services, and you, the wonderful people of Berbice, Region 6. Now let's give a big Guyana welcome to the visiting Indian parliamentary delegation led by Dr. Shashi Tharoor, Member of Parliament and NBA champion Hakeem Abdul Olajuwon, and anyone else visiting Guyana for this remarkable occasion of our independence anniversary. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're nearing the moment, the ceremonial part of tonight's program, when the golden arrowhead will be hoisted for the 59th time. The Guard of Honor is preparing to march back on, and we hope that this moment is going to register for all of our children in particular, all of our young people, proud Guyanese, alive and vibrant here at Albion and all across the length and breadth of this beautiful country of ours. And as we mentioned earlier, Region 6 is the heartbeat of cricket in Guyana and the Caribbean. From the villages of Berbice came a historic moment many, many years ago. Rohan Kanai, Basil Butcher, and Joe Solomon all playing Test cricket for the West Indies at the same time. That's not just rare, that's legendary. And then we had John Trim to Alvin Kalicharan, Roy Fredericks, and now Shamar Joseph, Romario Shepherd. Berbice has kept the West Indies team rich with Guyanese talent. And no place has done more for cricket than Albion, which produced 6 Test players, including Sue Shivnarain, Narsingh Dionarain, Sunarain Chattagoon, Devendra Bishu, Virasamy Parmol, Godakesh Moti, who is also a tourism ambassador now. And let's not forget our women. Charmaine Campbell, vice captain of the West Indies women's team, along with rising stars Shabika Gajnabi and Ashmini Moneshar, who continue to fly Guyana's flag high. Talent continues to rise from this region, like Riolana Grimman, 19 years of age, now on tour with the senior West Indies women's team, and Adrian Hettemeyer, just 15, already showing great promise. Berbice doesn't just produce talent, it nurtures it. Let's give a round of applause, everybody, for the rich cricketing legacy from Albion and the Berbice region as we proudly celebrate our independence anniversary tonight.
We certainly just witnessed a really spectacular program a few moments ago, Kristen. What really resonated? Well, I'm going to ask you this. What resonated with you a little while ago?
It's not just one thing. It's the fact that everybody was so uniformed in the way they were performing, and the songs were so patriotic, and it all spoke to unity. You saw everyone in the various colors, also depicting the colors of the golden arrowhead. But everyone was so in tune with each other. They literally, their faces, their emotions, you can tell that they were feeling that level of patriotism that everyone out here is feeling tonight.
Yeah, and I think you must give a hats off to our creatives here in Guyana. They really put their hearts out on stage. It really resonated. The folks who were here at the Albion Sports Complex ground, and we're heading to really important part of our program, and of course that is where the golden arrowhead will be hoisted for the 59th time. And of course, once that happens, then the fireworks section is where everybody normally looks forward to. But the Guard of Honor is preparing to march back on, and they're making their way into the Albion Sports Complex ground. And look at that. That formation is what we were talking about a little while ago.
Yes.
When every time you see the men and the women in uniform, there's really something spectacular about what they do, particularly at these national events. And the mere fact that we're here for the 59th time, but for the very first time in the ancient county of Berbice, it is so significant as a nation that is facing threats from our neighbor Venezuela, but a nation that is ready to stand for what belongs to us, and a nation that is willing to fight for everything that we know belongs to us as Guyanese. You talk about from the Quarantine Coast all the way to the Rupununi Savannas, and everything in between belongs to us. And you look at the men and women in uniform doing their thing. out there on the field this evening. It's truly spectacular, and it speaks to what we can truly do as a nation.
And it's not only the fact that they're so in tune and in sync with each other. It's not just marching. The ones that are playing the musical instruments, now that is skill, to be able to keep that time, to keep in tune with everyone else, and to play this melodious patriotic tune. And as you were talking about the territorial sovereignty, Guyana continues to stand firm that Essequibo is Guyana's.
Yeah.
And it's not just the people in the Essequibo Islands. Throughout the entire country, the length and breadth of Guyana, everyone knows this. And I think that is what makes this event here even more special. It comes at a time when we will be having our general and regional elections, but also right around now we're facing threats once again from Venezuela. And this here helps everyone to stand together. And in the president's message earlier, it was all about unity and standing firm with each other.
Yeah. So, Kristen, as we are about to get into that particular part of this evening's program, where the Golden Arrowhead, like I mentioned, will be hoisted for the 59th time, we're just about 7 minutes away, and of course, the Guard of Honor, of course, marching on like you mentioned, and we've got the two gentlemen who are stationed where the flag pole is, and that is, of course, where the Golden Arrowhead will be hoisted. And you do have members of the Joint Service, you talk about members from the Guyana Police Force and the Guyana Defense Force that are part of this evening's Guard of Honor. So as they do their thing, we'll allow for some natural song for them to, if you can hear what they are saying on the field.
And now the presidential party moves forward. Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and the 9th Executive President of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, Prime Minister, Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, Minister of Culture Charles Ramson, heads of the joint services. They will stand at the base of the Golden Arrowhead for the symbolic hoisting at midnight. And now, Ashana Davis. And now, Delika Patwar of J.C. Chandasingh Secondary will lead us in the universal prayer.
Almighty God, we who are here gathered together to celebrate our 59th independence anniversary, do most humbly beseech thee to guide us in all our consultations, so that we may together build a land where knowledge is free, where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high, and where words come from the depth of truth. Guide us, O God, with thine guidance, so that we may deal justly with the several causes that come before us, laying aside all private interests, prejudices, and personal preferences, so that the result of our counsels may be to the glory of thy blessed name, the maintenance of true religion, the preservation of justice, the safety, honor, and happiness of the President, and peace and prosperity of Guyana. Grant us, O God, the vision so to lead that all the people of this fair land may enter into the state of brotherhood and unity, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action.
Ashana Davis of the New Amsterdam Secondary School will lead us in saying the National Pledge.
I pledge myself to honor always the flag of Guyana and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana.
The Police Force Band MS will lead us in singing Guyana the Free, followed by the national anthem.
We love you.
A truly spectacular evening here in the ancient county of Berbice. Historic in nature because it's the very first time the flag raising ceremony was held at the Albion Sports Complex ground, a ground with so much history, rich history, talking about all the heroics that happened right on this ground here as it relates to West Indian cricket. But the heroics tonight is Guyana, and Guyana being celebrated here in Berbice.
Yes, Lyndon, it's the 59th Independence Day celebration here in Guyana. And as you can see, the fireworks are still in the air.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful kaleidoscope of colors, and everyone is enjoying this view. There are thousands of people on this ground at the moment. As you can see, the armed joint services, the military, the police officers decked out in the uniform, the president, the prime minister, the other ministers, they're still observing this beautiful view. And it all zones into the fact that we have a lot to celebrate and we have a lot to be thankful for, because the fact that we were able to gain independence at the time that we did, it is really, really a historic event.
Yeah, and the song that's being played right now, it speaks with volume because we really have a lot to celebrate as a nation. You're talking about our agriculture sector, you're talking about our rich resources, you're talking about our diversity in terms of our people. Everything really combines together to form this amazing product that we have here in Guyana. Not forgetting our tourism, which really brings people from all over the world. Our food, our culture, our clothing, everything, and of course our accent, because when you travel to different parts of this country, you hear different accents. You come to Berbice,
yes,
the accent is different. You go to Georgetown, it's different. You go to Essequibo, it's different. And it all really lends to this really amazing melting pot of who we are as a people.
And you know what's beautiful about events like this? The fact that we have so many of our young people with so many talents, whether it's through their voices and singing, whether it's recitation of poetry or not, or even as simply as dancing. And everything, every part of this program was 100% Guyanese tonight.
Yeah, indeed. And as the fireworks continue, we're just about wrapping up with the fireworks. It's been going for a little bit. But if you're in the Berbice area here, and I'm certain a lot of the folks are probably standing out, peeping through their windows, probably out in the streets looking up. but you spare thought for the animals tonight. I know, you know, a lot of the animals will be running scared for those pet lovers. I know you're concerned, but it's a part of celebrating who we are as a people. And like you mentioned, we still do have a lot of ministers, a lot of the dignitaries around, and Berbicians alike that are here. The ambassadors, I saw them earlier participating and celebrating and kind of moving to a lot of what's been happening on stage. But it really lends to the product that we saw here in Berbice tonight. It was no different from what we were accustomed seeing in Georgetown, where the flag raising ceremony is traditionally held. So Berbice should be proud tonight.
Yes, and the entire Guyana is looking on. Even people from the diaspora, they're observing this. And I know other regions, persons are wondering when will their turn come for this flag raising ceremony. But the president has committed to having every year for the independence flag raising ceremonies to be held outside of Georgetown, so other regions outside of Region 4 can benefit from such spectacular events. And there is the loudness from the fireworks.
Yeah, this is essentially the last bit of it. This will culminate the fireworks for this evening. So typically, when you hear that, that's what happens. So we're going to allow you to take some of that in, and we'll come back to wrap things up. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, officially culminating this evening's fireworks. And just in time, Kristen, the rains are about to come down here at the Albion Sports Complex. A fitting end to an evening that was filled with the celebration of us, of people, people here in Guyana. I want to thank you so much for staying tuned to our broadcast here. Kristen, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you.
I am Lyndon Davidson.
And I'm Kristen Macklingham.
We trust that you will have a fantastic rest of your evening. And happy 59th Independence Anniversary to you, Guyana.
Independence, Guyana.